Hey everybody, this is Tj Cates with Nashville Entertainment Weekly, coming to you from historic Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm with.
Hi everybody, this is Jill Santibanez, and today we have
Norm Brunet.
Norm is here, everybody, all the way from Canada.
That's a long way.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
That's
Thanks
really
Did you
for
fly
having
or
me.
did you drive?
No, we drove
And you're driving
Wow.
to South Florida someday soon.
afterwards, yeah.
Right.
Man, that's a heck of a road trip.
That's so cool. You're actually ending your tour, your very intimate tour here in Nashville.
I am.
Thank you for coming here.
My pleasure.
That's really neat. And then you're going to go to Florida.
South Florida, Fort Lauderdale area. Let's talk about your music now. Let's talk about your music. I asked you, were you a truck driver? Because I know a lot of truck drivers, and I've done a little over-the-road truck driving. So this is really in tune with that. But you've got a story behind this video.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
the first single that is being released off the album is the title track of the same name, called It Don't Get Better Than This. And it's a story inspired by a young Midwest family, two young children. He's a truck driver. That's where the trucking
Oh, there you go.
came in. And they're barely making ends meet, but they found happiness with the simplest things in life, which is family, friends, their children.
You got to
And-
find happiness somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, and it's inspiring. You know, we're all too busy chasing the almighty dollar,
Yeah.
and we sometimes forget about the simple things in life.
Definitely.
And so I got that inspiration from
And you
that.
brought friends and family with you here today.
You
Yeah,
did.
we got the-
Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Back in our
So
studio
nice.
audience, we have a lot of people from Canada, which is lovely. Let's watch this video. We're going to come right back, everybody.
With a truck out front of us double wide, his high school sweetheart's his trophy wife. The kids are on the front porch playing on the swing. It ain't the latest new thing, but it don't get better than this. He does a few night shifts and a 60-hour week. It's still damn hard to meet the ends. Big rig cross-border hauling every week, with highway trouble around most bends. And the baseball games the school plays he misses can't make up for lost time. Kids understand, send him hugs and kisses. Well, it ain't the latest new thing, but man, it don't get better than this. Don't get better than this. Well, with their Saturday buddies, they'll be drinking some beer. The chicken's on the barbie, yeah, the gang's all here. Sweet potato salad and a homemade apple pie. Later on they'll take turns at telling bad jokes, sitting cross-legged giving the campfire pokes. Simple, ordinary Saturday country night. Gotta start all over again, get in line with that trucking train. With a good wife back home waiting on her man, they're giving it all that they can. For a rig out front of their double wide, their high school sweethearts just living their life. Kids are on the front porch swaying on the swing. Hell, it ain't the latest new thing, but man, it don't get better than this. 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 Don't get better than.
Hey, Okay, we're back. Great video and a
Oh,
great
yeah,
quality
great video.
You know, we're in Nashville, and that's something we try to stress to the people that are out there trying to make it. Spend your money not at the bar, not buying shots. Spend your money with a music video
Get a
and good
music
quality
video.
music. You've already done
Right.
that.
I have, and it's not my first one, but it's the first one off of this album, and it's so important nowadays. I mean, people, I'll give you a classic example. Some of the radio stations back home in Canada had listened to the CD, but when they saw the video, it all clicked.
It
for them.
does. It just-
I love that.
And they said, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very important marketing tool.
It
and-
brings the song to life.
yeah, absolutely.
Definitely
in your
does.
CD, you're smart enough. Every song you kind of tell what it meant to you.
Right.
Do you find from your fans that they bring something different, or they maybe they hear something different, or it means something
Well,
different
it's
to them?
you know, I think most people today like behind the scenes stories.
Right.
That's why we're shooting outside today. It's outside. It's
Yeah.
pretty sunshiny in Nashville.
Exactly.
It's
It's a
different.
beautiful day in
And
Nashville.
it's not. They kind of enjoy finding the reason why, the inspiration
Yes.
of the songs. So I've done that in all my previous albums, and I've continued doing so on this one. So it just gives them a little insight as to where the inspiration came from, that particular song, and what it is about.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, and let's talk about it because you've actually had for your music, and I know you've had some #1 hits. You've talked about like a lot of the songs that have before this album that you've had like great feedback from, and you've also had great feedback from a lot of notable names. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's one in particular that is a dear friend of mine, Larry Delaney from Can Country. He was the editor of Canadian Country Music News.
Nice.
And unfortunately,
Good friend to have.
it's a paper copy, and you know they're going by the wayside nowadays. And he's getting on in age, but he still does freelance for online magazines.
Good
and
for him.
He wrote a really nice article on this particular project, and he kind of compared me, and this is.
This is him talking.
It's
we
him talking.
understand.
Right.
It's not me saying, but
Yeah.
he kind of compared me to Rodney Crowell.
Oh, wow.
And a bit of Keith Urban.
Very
like
cool.
it.
We like
For-
That's
Keith.
a good blend right there.
Yeah.
I like
So
it.
I was impressed.
Oh yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
Anybody to take time to listen to your music and actually give feedback, especially from somebody that's been in the industry that you appreciate. That's really cool. Congratulations.
Where's the Keith Urban? I want to know where do you find the similarity in Keith Urban? Because he's a cool
Well, he
guy.
kind of
he
thought-
actually stalks our show, which is exciting.
Oh, cool.
We know for a fact that he watches our
Oh,
show
yeah.
and he enjoys it.
Larry Delaney from Can Country thought that I had a bit of in the songs. Thought I had a bit of a Keith Urban accent and
Okay.
a Keith Urban
Okay.
drawl.
Little bit.
Oh yeah.
In when I'm singing.
He
So
sings country, but he speaks Australian.
Australian, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a down under.
There you go.
We had a artist, a really original artist that was here from the UK last week, and he was born in Texas, lived there 4 years. Big country guy with a cowboy hat, and he moved to the UK.
Right.
But he sounds Australian. He said, but the girl he plays with in the band she sounds British, but he sounds
Definitely.
Australian. So that's funny. Nobody knows when you have an
Right.
accent. Now let's talk about the Keith Urban thing. Let's back it up and let's talk about the Keith Urban, the sound that you have. Is it the accent, maybe?
According to the editor of the article that was written on me, Larry Delaney from Can Country.
Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Is Larry watching? Hey, Larry.
I'm sure I'll get
Yeah.
him to view it. He's a very dear friend, and
Sounds
has
like he has a
been
big history.
Oh,
yeah, he was awarded the Canadian Country Music Association's Founders Award.
Congratulations
because
to him.
He basically held the country music industry in Canada on his shoulders through his magazine,
Wow.
and now he does freelance in his retirement.
That's the way to go because it's digital. You know, we were just on the cover of a magazine over in the UK, the Netherlands, I think it was,
Right.
for country music and doing what we do in Nashville.
Fair play country music.
And a lot of people, well, can you send me a link? It's like, well, it's just print only. They can ship it to you, and like,
Right.
well, how can I share it? Well, you can't share it. You have to read it. You have to get the magazine. I like that. I like the tangible product. I think, it's going to go back. They just started recording on cassettes. A couple big stars just started releasing on cassettes, which I never thought that would have happened again.
That's sweet.
I know everybody gives me that face, but it's true. You can Google it of who did it. They came back with albums just a few years ago.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, why are they doing that? Well, I still have an 8-track player, I still have a cassette player, and I still have my. Really interested in you, man, because you have a really cool sound, really cool look. You're doing things 100% the right way, which is what we try to preach to people here in Nashville to do. Who influenced you? Where did all this come from?
Well, I've always been impressed, and I'm assuming it's the influence from the Eagles, Poco, Loggins and Messina, that California-tinged country
Kenny Loggins?
rocks, and
okay.
Kenny Loggins and
Jody Messina?
no,
Okay.
Jimmy Messina,
Okay, there you
Loggins
go.
and Messina.
But the Eagles.
Cool.
Let's talk about, before we forget, let's talk about this magazine write-up that you were a part of.
Yes, Talent Raiders, TR Magazine out of New York. Joseph Bennett reached out to me because I've been promoting, when I was recording the album, I put up tidbits of we're adding this to this particular song, so people were following the progression. And
Yeah.
Joe reached out to me and says, hey, how would you like to be on the magazine? I'd love to do a write-up for you.
So
and he
cool.
did a really nice write-up. I read it for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, wow, that's cool. It's really
I
impressive.
feel really
Right.
good about myself right now.
I know, especially because, I mean, you're coming to Nashville. You were on the East Coast for a little bit with your tour.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
he's been doing this a while, so he sees
Yeah.
something in you.
But I'm
That's
assuming
good,
he
man.
does.
That's a big
And like you
compliment.
said earlier, people doing it the right way, and
Right. It
makes such a
that's just
difference.
experience and, learning the School of Hard Knocks and
Yeah.
what
Right.
not to do and what to do. And, if you're going to do it right the first time.
Thanks so much for your time, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
DJ.
you.
I
Doing all
know.
that
So
stuff.
wonderful
Thanks.
having
It's
you
going to be fun
here.
to follow your journey. I like it when we meet artists like you that are on the right track, and we like to follow them and see what happens in next year.
Thanks.
So
and
check back in with us and let us know what happened. Y'all, this has been Tj Cates with Nashville Entertainment Weekly, coming to you from Belcourt Taps, right over here by Music Row. Our website, NashvilleEntertainmentWeekly.com.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And also, make sure you go to his website, buy his music today. You're not going to be disappointed.
Thanks for watching. Norm Brunet.
Thank you, everybody.